Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Investing with Wesley. If I could choose one word to describe finance and all things money in general, I would choose the word diversification. Because not only is diversification important when it comes to your portfolio investing and lowering your risk, but diversification is also important when it comes to making money itself. You don't want to just rely on one source of income or one job. You want to diversify all the ways you make income. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about just that. All the different ways you can make income and what the difference is between active income and passive income, and why people love talking about making passive income. Let's get into it. To start, we're going to start with the most common way people make money, and that is active income. Now, active income is as simple as it sounds. It is money that you actively work to attain. So although a lot of people have jobs, earn tips, salaries, wages, that kind of thing, the entrepreneur that's going around door to door selling you things is still making active income. Because although they are selling things, making a profit in the form of a commission, they are still going door to door or picking up the phone and dialing. It is still actively earned income. So active income is all income tied to you as the worker. You have to spend your time to create those dollars. If you remember in my previous video up here about the cash flow quadrant, you'll know whether you're employed by a business or self-employed, you are still trading time for dollars. And all of the income you generate working is considered active income. But there is another form of income, and that is passive income. And this is the income every entrepreneur and every person strives to achieve. Even if you don't have the entrepreneur spirit, passive income is still something you strive to achieve, because most people will spend 40 years of their life working and saving and investing so that they can have a comfortable retirement making passive income, whether it's through a pension, IRA, 401k, dividend account, it doesn't matter. Most people strive to earn passive income. That way they don't have to actively work and can enjoy their time. So what is passive income? Well, it's the exact opposite of active income. Passive income is all income made that doesn't rely on you putting in the work and your time. A good example is McDonald's. It doesn't matter how high you are up in the chain. If you work for McDonald's, you are actively making an income. You could even be the CEO of McDonald's. You are still working every day making active income. But passive income belongs to the founder of McDonald's, the owner of the business, the one that doesn't have to show up every single day, but still collects those profits. And you don't just have to be the founder. You could be any one of the shareholders too. If you own a stock of McDonald's or any other business, you're considered a partial owner of that business. And if that business decides to release dividends, then all the dividends that you receive based on how many shares you own of the company, that's passive income because you did not have to work to achieve that money. Other examples of passive income are interest earned, dividends, as we just talked about, royalties, and rent. Now, I would venture to guess that the most sought after and most common way people try to earn passive income is through real estate. And that is buying real estate, renting out rooms or renting the whole house, and collecting a little bit of the difference between mortgage and rent. So if your mortgage is $1,500 a month, but you rent the house out for $2,500 a month, you net the difference in passive income of $1,000. But property values keep going up, and a lot of people can't afford to buy all these homes outright, so they have to take loans for them. And the spread between the mortgage you owe and current rent isn't a lot. It's usually a couple $100s. So what other forms of passive income are there that we could strive to achieve? Well, sticking with the rent theme, you can rent out spare rooms in your own house. You can rent your car with apps like Turo, and you could even rent tools and equipment to people that need them. I know somebody that wanted to start their own auto mechanics shop, but didn't have nearly enough equipment they needed. So another friend of mine decided to loan them all the equipment they had, all the tools, the lifts, you name it. And that person rented all that equipment until they made enough money in their business to buy the equipment they actually needed. Earning passive income through interest is a little bit different than earning passive income through dividends. To earn a dividend, all you have to do is be a shareholder of a public business or be an equity holder of a private business. And whenever that business makes money, you collect a little bit of the profit yourself in the form of a dividend. And dividends are really sought after when it comes to making passive income because most dividends are taxed at long-term capital gains rate, which is way less than current income rate or short-term capital gains rate. Interest, on the other hand, is a bit different. Interest is earned when you lend your money to other people, businesses, or governments. And if you want to lend to the United States, you can lend your money in the form of T-bills. If you wanted to lend your money to businesses, it'll be in the form of a bond. Or you could do what some people do and create their own lending company. I know several people that have saved up a bunch of money in Roth IRAs so it grows tax-free. And then when it comes time for them to use it, they don't really need it because they had other assets to pay for their lifestyle. So what do? They lent it to people that did need it. Some people go as far as to create their own lines of credit with places like Visa or MasterCard. Other people just lend it to their friends, family, coworkers, you name it, because they have aspirations of starting their own business. So they lend the money, become an angel investor of whatever business their friend or family wants to start, and will receive interest payments for the loan as well as equity payments or dividend payments because they're now an equity holder in that business until the loan is paid off. And lastly are things called royalties. Now, royalty income works a little bit different, but it is still considered passive income. Royalties are things that people earn based on a product or idea that they created. A good example are people that write books. J.K. Rowling is a perfect example because she owns the intellectual property rights of Harry Potter. So if you buy anything that has Harry Potter on it, she makes a profit off of it. It could be the original books, the movies, any new movies they produce, as well as any toy that is created, like buying a toy wand or a Lego set that features Harry Potter. Anything that is Harry Potter, she makes a profit off of just because she created that character and that particular universe. But you don't have to be an author and you don't have to write a book to earn royalties. People earn royalties on things like movies. People earn royalties on things like ideas. If you had an idea for a new kind of software or a new product, and you went to the patent office and created a patent, and then sold that idea to someone else, to a manufacturer, and they started producing it, you could earn royalties just because you are the owner of the patent. Now, I should take some time here to say that the reason most people do active income is because it is the easiest to earn. Passive income is not an easy thing to make. It requires either a lot of money up front or a lot of time and effort up front. Think about J.K. Rowling. Think about how many times she wrote books and failed to sell them to the publisher. Or think about how long it takes to write books, create music, or make a movie, or even create and sell an idea. All those things take a lot of effort up front, but the reward is infinite amount of passive income. So if you're looking to diversify all the different ways you could make income, then think about what it is you are talented in and what it is you could do. If you're great at telling stories, then you could potentially earn royalties and passive income if you wrote a book. If you're always having great ideas on new ways to make money, like new businesses, but don't have the capital or the energy to actually put those ideas to work, then you could always sell those ideas to a different company and earn royalties based on those ideas. Or the simplest one, if you currently live in an apartment or a home with multiple rooms, but you only need one of them, then maybe use Airbnb to earn passive income renting out your spare rooms. No matter what way you look at it, diversifying all the income that you take in is a really good way to stay safe and consistent when it comes to your finances. And lastly, guys, I just want to say that if your goal this year is to diversify your income and bring in additional sources, then I can't stress this enough. Start with one source at a time. Don't try and do a bunch of different sources all at once because you will spread yourself so thin you won't be able to focus on any one and all of them will come crumbling down. So if you want to write a book or an ebook, focus on that first. And the same goes for any other example I gave you today. If you're looking to expand and add additional sources of income, it doesn't matter what your goals are, just start one at a time. Build one up at a time, and once they're on their feet, you can move on to the next one. Hey guys, I appreciate you tuning in today. If you got value from something I talked about today, or maybe I sparked some ideas, please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel grow and reach more people. And until our next video, have a good one.